Hi guys, this is my favorite variable ND system of all time. This is made by Freewell and it is a magnetic system. That's why I love it so much. So you can just swap filters in and out if you need different strengths for your variable ND, 2 to 5 stops, you need 6 to 9 stops, whatever you need. Right here, circular polarizer, flip it around. You can use it that way. I have used the crap out of this thing since I got it, and I love it very much. But the people over at Freewell, they don't like to sleep, apparently, because they went bananas with the old magnetic system, and they invented this new system that has all kinds of tricks up its sleeve, which can basically solve all of your filter needs in one system for all time. So let's talk about it. So introducing the Freewell K2 system, or if you've watched other videos before you watch mine, reintroducing the K2 system by Freewell. Freewell were kind enough to send this out a few weeks ago so that I could test it a bunch of times and then report my findings to you people. And my findings are that this works fantastically well. I'll just take the cap off here. You see, like their previous magnetic system, they have a little variable ND base that is one stop on the inside, and then you can put your 2 to 5 stop on, or your 6 to 9 stop, or flip around your 1 to 5 stop and you have a circular polarizer, or flip around your 6 to 9 stop and you have a 5 stop circular polarizer. So now NDs, or neutral density filters, are often described as sunglasses for your lens, which makes a lot of sense. Out on a nice bright sunny day, you put that on to cut the sunlight, then you can still get those blurry backgrounds with your fancy lenses. And check this one out here. Here I was using the 6 to 9 stop VND so that I could get that blurry background, even though it was noon here in Toronto. Without the VND, without the 6 to 9 stop, this would not have been possible. And when you flip it around and you get the circular polarizer, people use the circular polarizer sometimes to change the color in the sky a little bit, but a lot of people use them for the reflections. They either want reflections or don't want reflections, and you can change your circular polarizer to get the desired effect. Like say you're looking at a car windshield, you can't see into the car, you can change your circular polarizer so that you can see through the windshield. But here is where they really changed up. There's these little latches that you can loosen right here, and then you can take something like a graduated neutral density filter and just slip it in here. And then you can stack the neutral density filters back on if you so desire. Now, what's great about graduated neutral density filters, you know, it's like gradually it goes down, it loses its density as it goes down. So if you have a nice bright sky, but you want to expose for the shadows as well, then you have your sky right here. You just position it so that this dark part is over your sky. That way you can brighten up your lens a little bit and get a brighter photo, while this guy takes the sky from being blown out. It's a really great trick that a lot of landscape photographers like to use, and it's extremely useful when you want to keep your sky in the shot, which is usually. Now, this one is a 0.9 soft GND. They're also coming out with a 0.9 hard GND and a 0.9 reverse GND. And it's not just GNDs that fit in here. They also have other filters. This one's called Gold Streak. They were also going to come out with one called Blue Streak that emulates more of an anamorphic look when, you know, have lights in there and they get those streaks on them. I took this out on the street here and did a little gold streak action. Check this out. Very cool. I like the way the streaks, you don't want to go overdo it with the really bright lights, but on the lights that aren't so bright, the car lights, things like that, I think that looks super cool. Get a pseudo anamorphic style on my regular spherical lens. There's also one here called Snow Mist, and they have another one called Glow Mist, which will take a little bit of the sharpness out of your clinically sharp lenses and give a little bloom to the highlights here. Just check this out. I shot this here in the studio, and you see with the filter on and without the filter on. You see with the filter on, the highlights have that little bit of bloom that makes it a little more cinematic. And there's more. You can actually take out the variable ND one-stop base and take a 10-stop neutral density filter, stick it right in there. And there you go. Now you have a 10-stop neutral density filter, which is great if you want those really long exposures, especially in crowded places in the city. You can make people disappear on the sidewalk. It is a lot of fun. But a lot of landscape photographers like to use these a lot to get that really smooth water, or those silky waterfalls, or get the clouds moving just the way they want. And here's the kicker. As long as your lens is 67 millimeters or higher, this filter system will work with it. This thing has an 82 millimeter filter thread, but if you have what I have right there, which is a 67 millimeter filter thread on my 24 millimeter G Master f1.4, which I used a lot for my testing, then I just put on this one step-up ring. It goes from 67 to 82. There you go. They also have it for 72 and 77. So whatever your lens is, as long as it's 67 or up, there you go. This is all that you need. And you see what I'm saying? All that you need. So whatever you're looking for, here is the system. And it all comes in this very handsome, needlessly handsome Freewell. You went above and beyond. This is a pretty case. And you just have this little tab here. You pull it out, access to all of your things in this lovely, lovely case. So let me just show you how it works really fast here. Let me take off the back cap. So you press these two little buttons, back cap comes off, and then you can just stick that right on your lens as long as you have the right adapter ring or your lens is 82 millimeters. And once it's on, you check your little spirit level. It has a little bubble spirit level right there to make sure you're lining your shot up properly. And once there, and then you just tighten these two things, and then that is it. It is on your camera, quick swapping in and out to your heart's content. Now you see those words right there, true color on the top. There's no U because they're not Canadian like me. C-O-L-O-U-R is how we spell it. But true color, these things, they're not going to have a color shift when you put on your neutral density filter or any of your other filters. Now, the thing is, a lot of times when you buy filters, even filters that are expensive, you will get a color shift. These things will be color accurate. So what your lens would see without the filters, it will still see with the filters. True color. So obviously this is an amazing, innovative filter set, and I can really only think of one con when it comes to this guy, and that is the size itself. It's fairly big when you put it on a lens. Like, this is also an 82 millimeter filter thread here from Freewell, and as you can see, cover up my gorgeous eyes. As you can see, this is a nice bit bigger, but that's because it has to be with all of its features, like being able to put in those GNDs with these switches and things like that. So, but for me, when I'm running and gunning, as the kids like to say, and I just need some circular polarizers and some variable NDs, this to me fits the bill because it's so small and compact, I can take it everywhere. But if you're doing some serious work, a lot of professional photographers and things, they're not going to want necessarily a variable ND all the time. Sometimes they're going to want one, and other times they're going to want that 10-stop ND that is not variable so that they can get exactly what they're looking for, and they're also going to want to be able to slide in those filters. So for those people, this is 100% the way they should go. You just have to ask yourself, what type of shooter are you? Now, for me, when I'm out taking landscape photos and things like that, I am going to take this. For my day-to-day activities, I'm still going to take the original quick swap system because it is just a bit smaller and lighter to put in my bag. So I'm releasing this video on March 29th, which is the day that these are being announced to the public. I was under embargo because I am one of the cool kids. You're going to want to pick this up right away if you are interested in it, because they are heavily discounting it right now on their Indiegogo campaign. And don't worry about it being a campaign. They did the same thing with their last one. Freewell are an excellent company. No worries about it being a campaign. You will definitely get your filters in a timely manner, but you're just going to get a big ol' discount. You get the entire kit on the Indiegogo campaign for $349, which is bonkers when you think about the amount of filters and options you get in that kit, and such high quality filters. My cheapest variable ND, the 1 to 5 stop VND, it cost me $100, and that doesn't have a circular polarizer. It doesn't go from 6 to 9 stops. It doesn't have all of the things that this thing has. $349. That is a great deal for a filter system of this ability. And the full retail price is going to be $500. So $349 compared to $500, that is pretty good, because $500 is still a really fair deal for this filter set. And they will sell other kits at various prices, including things like the GND filters. So once again, thanks to Freewell for sending out the K2 system for testing for you guys. I really appreciate it. And the thing is, I'm covered. I'm covered for anything that I want to do with this system. I can just take this, stick it in my bag with the handsome case that it has, and I am good to go. Wow. Pretty crazy. Anyway, tell me down below what type of filters you use, or why you don't use filters, or how your day was going. It doesn't matter to me. Just leave some comments down below. We will have a nice little discussion about filters and other things camera nerd related. All right, we'll talk to you again soon. Okay, bye-bye.